Are You Wearing a Helmet is brought to you by Excelsior Games and Comics in Greenville, Michigan. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher.
Welcome back, listeners, to another exciting adventure of Are You Wearing a Helmet? I'm the DM, Keith Allen, and I'm joined by my players.
Ken, playing Airdith, the Elven Ranger.
Chris, playing, Halfling Rogue.
Rob playing Maybe We'll Get to Bust a Ghost This Time. Engelbert Harrison, Human Cleric.
Eric playing Gunther Stanmeyer. Anne Fighter?
Question mark?
Yeah, Rick playing Vander Knox. Hexblade.
All right.
And Hexblade?
Vegan. And
Vegan Hexblade?
Hexblade.
Vegan Hexblade. He just gets it put on business cards now.
All right, where we last left our intrepid adventurers, they had just pulled up to the outskirts of... What the hell did I name it?
Deepwell.
Deepwell, that's right.
Well...
It's like I take notes and don't read them. All right. You find yourselves outside the town of Deepwell. It is a small, typical Golan hamlet. Longhouse constructions for most of the buildings. However, there is a large stone church centered squarely in the middle of town.
You didn't happen to get anybody's, like a mayor's name or anything like that, like a contact person or anybody?
I'm pretty sure the first person that starts bothering us is going to be the mayor or the town drunk. Either way, we'll be speaking to a person of authority.
All right. All right. So, yeah, let's just prance on in.
All right, the sun is setting, actually, at this point in time.
So... It seems like they built one stone building in town, and the ghost is taking offense to that.
Maybe he's just a critic of architecture.
It might be. As I speak to God? Wait a minute. Creator of man, is that you?
Don't give me that. No, don't put that onus on me.
Internal monologue as we head to the inn.
There is no inn. It is too small of a town to have a roadside inn.
Do we want to introduce ourselves and come into town, or do we want to just, pitch a tent out here, just kind of watch tonight and see what happens?
We're an armed group walking into a town of rubes that weren't able to handle their own ghosts.
Right.
So
we sleep wherever we want.
In the middle, maybe during the evening hours, we can just not go into town.
That's entirely fine.
Yeah.
We can do our reconnaissance, quote unquote, from out here.
That's what I'm thinking.
I want to boot a farmer out of his bed so I can sleep somewhere warm and dry.
Prima Nocta. We have authority.
You are
yes.
very well
Dem
acquainted
sheets.
with our cart. So, I mean, you can hang out in the cart.
I'll sleep in the car.
You got your own drool pool and everything.
Yep.
And
It does, however, smell like halfling in the back of the cart.
I've smelled worse.
What are you talking about? I've been polishing weapons back there.
It's a small smell.
The euphemism.
edges are getting so sharp.
All right, so let's
He's
set
been
up.
he's been edging his weapons back
We'll
there.
set up.
Don't worry
we'll set
about
up a
it.
little.
That right up there.
You set up a little camp.
Yeah, we'll set up a little camp just outside of town. I mean, we're not really trying to be.
There's a hill, maybe like you go down into a little valley type in between all the hills, which is where the town itself is built.
All right.
So you're gonna set up on the hilltop.
Yeah, we'll just kind of set up there, just a discreet little camp.
Okay,
You know,
there's a
don't wanna go
lonely oak
inside.
tree on the hilltop. You set up your little camp underneath of it.
All right, we
Tether
got-
the horses
got
off
plenty
to
of
it.
firewood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a big town, so being able to like kind of take a look at generally what's going on.
Okay, yeah, the town itself is maybe a cluster of 20 longhouses. You've passed a couple of farms on your way here.
Yep.
It's obviously not a huge town or anything like that. From your tax records that you were looking over on the backside, side of the report, it's mainly grain production and that kind of thing that's done here.
And all the attacks have been like in the town proper, or have they been in the farms?
They have been in the town proper.
Town proper. Okay.
Okay, well, we've got a view of quote-unquote Main Street through here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can.
If
I
we
don't
see
mind
anything
cruising around.
glowing in blue.
Somebody wants to keep watch up here with a keener eye than mine. I mean, I'm happy to go down into town and kind of
Steal everything they're
just
worth.
kind of scope it out, look around discreetly, of course, to make sure that I don't spook anyone.
The church has probably got the best stuff.
Yep.
I'm not gonna-
Yep.
It's the only stone building in town.
I'm not
dude.
going to out and out say it, but anyway, yeah. So, I
Golden
mean,
longhouses tend to have a stone foundation, so it's not like they're completely stick built.
Fine.
so yeah, that's
But to bring back our earlier obsession, they're daub and waddle.
Haha.
So does anybody else have any ideas, or are we going?
Nah.
with-
It's a good idea.
No,
Let's
if you want to go forward with that. That being
Yeah.
said, apparently this ghost is somewhat dangerous. If it starts tickling you with too much vigor, fall back.
Well, I'm sure you'll see it. I mean, it glows, right, or whatever. It's a bluish something I heard, right?
Well, don't look like people, that's for certain.
Okay, so yeah, you want to come with LV Guy or Eridith, or do you want to?
Walk around.
You got some pretty good eyeballs in the evening.
All right, as you finish setting up your camp and you've finalized your plan to go down into the town and kind of snoop about, you can see a small group of people coming up the road towards you.
I believe these to be brigands.
A small
Murder
group
all.
of, let me clarify. A small group of old people.
Old brigands. Oh, look at that. They're all of the same age. They must be a gang. A criminal gang.
It would appear that most villages in Gola are headed by a group of town elders.
Yeah, all
Who
right.
are 35.
No. The only reason that medieval deaths were so low was because of the infant mortality rate. Once you made it past infancy and childhood, you usually lived until you were like 60, 70, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, you guys go ahead and have fun with the old codgers. We're gonna beat feet into town.
You hide and
I'm
then
gonna
make a wide arc around
We're gonna
them.
sneak around them. Heck yeah.
Hem them in.
All
A
right.
sheepdog.
I will go ahead and need stealth rolls from you guys then.
Not for me.
Well, if you want to go with them, you're
No,
more than
I don't want to
welcome
go with him.
Okay.
22.
26.
Oh,
nice,
look at that.
Both of you beat my 21.
Nice.
Dang.
All right.
We both say yeah. Slap hands!
You pop up out of the grass. Woo!
Get it.
Who's that in the tall weed over there? Nobody?
Just never you mind.
Go drop back down. All you see is like the top of your head, like a halfling fin in the wheat.
Yeah.
That's a whippoorwill out there. Don't go towards it.
The elders make it towards your camp. There are two elderly men and a woman.
Hail, folks. From Deepwell, I take it.
Yes, stranger. I would be the town elder, and this is my brother and my sister.
Oh.
Also, my wife.
Sister wife.
This is in Alabama.
And her husband.
All right.
Oh boy, it is layered. Yeah.
We really like to dive heavy into the incest here.
That's all right. Our coefficient hasn't yet reached 1, but we're getting close.
All right. What can we do for you? We can't help but notice that you sat up outside of town instead of coming into town, like decent, honest folk.
Well, decent, honest folk don't normally go hunting ghosts, do they?
Ah, you're for Johnson, are you?
Yes, that's what we've heard from your lord. He requested that we go out and see if we can do something for you folks. So this Johnson, he has been plaguing you over the last few years, is what I've heard.
Yeah, 5 years now, I reckon.
So
I'm just going to lean into the southern thing now. So
Do you plum reckon?
So the last 5 years, has he been active in the last week since the Lord has heard from you?
Oh, yeah, just moving things around, playing pranks on people. Every once in a while, the children will wake up in the morning and vomit blood.
You know, the crazy kind of thing that happens.
Heck of a joke.
The children have been vomiting
Nobody's
blood.
been attacked, though, in at least a month.
Has anyone died from this?
Oh, no, not that we're aware of.
Huh.
It's a small town. You think we'd hear about something like that, too?
Well, I'm certain that you would have. This is the question, though. These children have been vomiting blood. You've ruled out any sort of sickness. You believe this to be the work of a ghost?
Yeah, we think they're haunting his nightmares.
The children are haunting his night?
Sorry, my Alzheimer's kicked in there for a second. No, the ghost is haunting the children's nightmares.
Oh.
Wouldn't make much sense the other way around, would it?
It definitely wouldn't, and that's why I definitely heard it this way and not that way.
Smart ass, huh? 11 minutes, 56 seconds.
Oh, man. Not yet 20 minutes in. That's all right. I haven't beaten my record yet.
3 minutes.
He had to bleep me out before we even started.
Depends on how egregious the madness is. You've been dealing with this for a while now, and
Going on 5 years, yeah, ever since they finished the church. We figure that's what riled up the old ghost of Johnson to begin with.
it does seem like it. It's the only building that looks apart from the others in this town. We did hear a little bit about him when he was alive.
Yeah, what did the Lord tell you? Because I'm sure he didn't tell you the whole story now, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely certain. He said that the man was put down for being a votive of the old six.
If by put down you mean drug into the middle of the street, beaten, and then burnt to death, yeah.
Best night ever.
We had a party.
Sounds like a Tuesday. So he was executed in the middle of the street. Did you know him personally?
Yeah, liked Johnson.
And so
He was a good man by all accounts.
So what was the problem with him? If the church had taken offense at his religious practices there, would they not have sent some sort of group, a task force of sorts to...
Ah, you're talking an inquisition, correct?
Yes.
No, the church, they never say that we're not allowed to worship the old gods, but they strongly frown upon it.
So who did it? We heard a group of locals were involved in his killing and that they were punished for what they did.
Ah, the Tapper brothers.
Ah, all in one family.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Inbred as it gets.
Well, they all
All right.
they all are called the Tappers.
Ah, they're called the Tappers because their family used to run the old saloon in town.
Looking out over the town, is there anything that looks like a saloon?
Nope.
Dry County.
Saloon sits where the church, or used to sit where the church is now. Used to be a
Oh.
roadhouse through here.
Oh. I did hear that they were involved with building the new church. Is the new church is on their land?
Well, it
Who
used
is-
to be their land. Their land got seized quickly after the burning.
Yes. Who is the parishioner of this particular church?
The parishioner? You mean the priest?
Yes.
Yeah, the priest. Oh, that's old Father Donovan.
Father Donovan, what is his relationship with the Tappers?
As far as I know, he doesn't have a relationship with the Tappers. Well, he only came here about 5 years ago when the church was finished being built. And then behind him, you hear the other two old people. Oh, yeah, the church finished built. That's when he got here.
All right. Do you know anything additionally about Father Donovan? Did he show you his credentials when he entered your town?
Well, yeah, of course. He's sent by the church. He can read and write the scriptures.
Well, all right. That's normally a pretty good indicator. So, has Father Donovan himself been attacked?
Yeah, he was attacked once.
When?
He said that he was coming home from a harvest festival maybe on a month ago, and got attacked in the street right outside the church.
A harvest festival, so he ministers to other communities in the area?
No, it was ours.
Oh.
It was to celebrate the spring and hoping for a good harvest.
And none of you saw it?
No, we were all dead drunk.
Oh, all right. That does check out. So,
I don't know what's happening.
A harvest festival in the spring. I'm just really confused on that.
It's not a harvest festival so much as a festival for a good harvest.
So when does Johnson normally show himself?
Right about midnight.
All right.
In the old religion, it's a pagan hour.
Well, we will be looking over the town from here. We have a couple of our other cohorts.
You shut your mouth.
You just
going through
hear
the
that from
town.
out the woods.
They should.
What was that now?
They should stay out of the way.
Very good, very good. Well, if you're here from the Lord, if you need anything, please just ask for Father Exposition.
Yeah. All right, I'll ask for exposition. Anyway, if you've no other reason to be out here, I know the hour is late, but that's why we're here.
It's true. I gotta go back
to murder ghosts.
Well, that seems a little redundant.
For money.
No, you're getting paid for it.
Well, yes.
Yeah, you're going to pay us.
There we
get blood
go.
from a stone.
Dooridge.
We were promised half the harvest. All your apple wine.
Put it in the car.
All right. So the elders seem to be satisfied with your explanation for why you're here.
Excuse me, I do have a few questions.
What can I do for you, young man?
So if the father, what was his name again?
Donovan.
Father Donovan was not here when the church, until after the church was built. Who exactly sanctioned the church building?
Oh, some fancy pants from the capital. I think his name was DeVos.
Oh, yes. Good man. Secondly, where exactly did the incident take place in which John Johansson, what was his name?
Johnson
was converted.
It's a funny word for burning. But yeah, it took place right in front of the church there.
I see.
Well, it would be right where the church is. Or right in front of where the church is.
Okay. So then, lastly, where exactly did Mr. Johnson live, and is that place currently occupied?
Yeah, his widow still lives in the house there.
I see. And what's her name?
Merida.
Merida Johnson.
Yep.
that is hilarious.
I believe that's all I can think of at the moment. Thank you very much for your time.
Again.
You have a lovely wife.
Bugger off.
All right, then. Back to get my warm glass of milk and get to sleep.
Oh, a man after my own heart.
He totters back off to the village, followed by his brother and sister wife.
So his wife is still here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they didn't get both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So should Aerodeth and I roll for a surprise round on the elderly?
Aha! I'll take your wares and your dentures.
That's all they have on them. Just comes back with 2 clacking sets of wooden teeth.
Look what I got!
They're in a group sweeping at the hip.
Chew my food.
Shaking them at people like maracas. Click, 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 click.
What is the population? Did we ever find out like how many people actually live in here?
There are about 20 houses, and there can be anywhere between 2 to 7 people living in a house.
Oh,
Okay.
we could kill them all.
That
Yep.
great minds, baby.
Ghost town of Deepwell.
Well, if you crowd enough
ghost
people
just-
into a 20-foot
The ghost is just
square
looking for
area.
company.
Ghosts can't haunt ghosts.
They can settle this in the afterlife.
Just done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The cleansing
So,
fire of fireball
you
spell.
2 are sneaking down into the town, correct?
Church.
Directly to
Yeah.
the church?
Absolutely.
Where
That's
the money is.
money's going to be.
That's right.
All right, I need a couple of stealth rolls from you, please. As you make your way into town, there are still some people out and about moving in the streets. However, they seem to be mostly locking themselves indoors at the point. So
20 would be my lowest.
I rolled 3 17s in a row.
oh wow.
And I guess
That's
I get
weird.
another
That was
one
weird.
of 18.
Are your dice loaded?
Not the right way, man.
18 would be my third. That would be, yeah.
All right, you easily ghost your way through town. See what I did there.
Yeah.
All right. You sneak through town to the very center of it, where the church kind of dominates everything. There are a series of 7 stone steps leading up, and there is a small walled garden behind. Otherwise, it is a single stone room. Kind of glancing in through the windows, you can see a series of just rough wooden pews and a very simple lectern set up in the front.
Okay, so there's no like living quarters or any kind of side room. There's none of that kind of thing?
Well, if you go around to the back, there is a small hut in the garden area.
Well, I was going to hop the wall, go and hop in and get in the garden. Absolutely.
Okay.
Get some walls between me and the onlookers.
Yep, it looks like there's a small garden area set up with vegetables and that kind of thing, enough to feed one person.
I'm one person. The elf is also one per. Well, I'm half a person. He's one person.
Or one.
I don't know. That'd be a pretty good meal. It'd be all
Yeah,
right.
put it in your mouth.
Anyways, we got a vegan.
Eating his turnips in the morning.
We got a vegan, so we got to feed him too. So
I need more rations.
yeah, he can't eat most regular rations because they're it's meat.
Grazing only gets me so far.
Yeah. All right, so we'll snap up all those potatoes and turnips and stuff, and then see what's going on in that hut.
Suffer malnourishment.
All right. So you managed to stealthily pull up all of his vegetables.
I feel like we're in a Skyrim game right now.
As you make your way to the hut after stealing the man's salads, you peek in one of the side windows, and it's got a simple metal grate over it, and then wooden shutters.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's open to the elements outside. You see a plainclothes priest, just very simple robes, reading quietly at a table next to the fire. Other than that, the room has a single bed in it and a single like footlocker at the end of the bed,
Aha!
and a small bookshelf containing a handful of books.
I was going to leave him alone until you said footlocker.
Like ghost noises.
I went to Foot Locker and I made ghost noises, all right?
Go scratch a window or something. Go and say, ooh. Do your best.
Scary.
Do your best imitation of like what you think humans say all the time.
I would like fries with that.
Or
Yeah, isn't that why we decided elves live so long? Is they never developed deep frying technology?
yeah, that was the conversation. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Looks like Slim Pickens.
But the whole thing is going to be the best thing. Best we're going to have.
Just take
Is
your
our
shoes.
take his shoes? Well, are there any like holy symbols or anything like in the main building up there? I mean, maybe.
There's several depictions of the lantern, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all upside down. Make ghost noises.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but nothing made out of like any kind of, above average material,
No,
I mean,
no,
they're all
it's-
just hunks of wood. Ugh,
Yeah.
Stupid.
This place sucks.
Yeah, this is really dumb. So Father, I don't know his name, but the guy in the chair there,
Mhm.
he said he's dressed plainly and he's reading whatever stuff.
Squinting hard at the books so he can read by the
so he won't
firelight.
be able to see me when I put that dagger between his ribs.
One dead priest.
Did you just call it a dag?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I like Degs.
I don't remember. What did I tell
You like dags?
Like a dag.
I'll have to play that back. Yeah, maybe we give this one I don't know. Maybe we don't waste our time here.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah,
We got those turnips.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
be good. Those will be delicious.
Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do on the way back, I'm just gonna like toss them in the river.
Just so he can't have them.
Just gonna throw them in a fire. Man, I'm a jerk.
I was waiting for you to go into the church and like pile the pews together like in The Exorcist.
Make a whole thing.
It's a poltergeist. Yeah, this seems kind of. Yeah, I mean,
Or
do
what I
have
say,
a-
The Exorcist.
I do have a little bit of a conscience, very very little. So yeah, I mean, we got some food. And go back and I'll feed the. Well, I think we should probably just head back and we'll feed the turnips to the horses and give them an extra treat.
Yeah.
So then the horses will be in on it.
Yeah.
Whenever we get to a new place, the horses will be like, "Hey, we're gonna get some treats."
They're implicated in my crimes.
Gotta spread it around.
So you guys have what? A total of 3 horses and an ox?
We got the 2 draft horses, the horse that bought for
Yeah, the riding
doing through
horse.
there, yep. And yeah, we had an ox, I believe a single oxen
Okay.
at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll head back and I'll feed our animals, give them little special treats. They're good horses, they're good. And then probably just gonna hang out for the evening, see if anything comes up. I think that the 2 holy men would probably be good to have a good conversation tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
And
We should look and see if we can see the ghost when it comes out. If it comes out.
well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to be staying up all night
Yeah.
and just watching and observing because I have no reason to go into any kind of restful whatever. So
Okay. Yeah, you make it back to the camp very easily as everybody has kind of closed and locked their doors for the evening, and nobody seems to be milling about in the street at all, which you find kind of odd because there's usually at least somebody out and about at night.
okay, I'll talk to Engelbert. Hey bud, there's a holy guy down there. Might probably want to have a good conversation maybe tomorrow. He seems like a doddering old doofus, but I'll bet you have a good time with him. And sleep light.
Wake up slathered in barbecue sauce.
Sleep light. I'm nearby.
I don't know what prompted me to do what I did last time, and I'm
But
going
I'm
to
gonna
I'm
do
not
it
gonna-
again.
And I'm not going to be sleeping this evening, but I didn't plan on sleeping then either. So
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on
just
myself.
keep it. just
right.
just be aware. It's try not to, buddy.
All right. Yeah,
And then I'll
you pass the
Pace
information
around.
that you found onto the rest of the group. You feed the horses, a ton of vegetables.
And I'll, just eat a carrot as I'm talking.
Like that priest got a gopher problem.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Crunch.
The night passes, and are you guys all going to bed or staying? You said you're staying up, correct, Weehoo?
I am staying up past midnight,
All right.
but not much past midnight.
After
Go ahead.
After Gunther goes to sleep, I'm going to plant a message in his backpack.
Okay.
It's a sketch of a little hobbit phallus.
21.
Okay.
I'll reveal the message to him when he finds it.
All right.
That's all. That was dude.
I'm not nervous at all.
All right. So as the night wears on, you get into the deep hours of.
Can I get a note card, please?
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
You from your vantage up on the hill looking down into town, at about midnight, you can see ghostly blue lights flicker on at one end of the village and then seem to disappear. And then pop up on the other side of the village and then disappear.
What's the time frame between the lights going up and off?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Okay. So it would seem probably not enough time for somebody to bust ass across the town.
No, you're at least like a 5-minute walk down the hill.
Okay.
And
Well, I mean, from between like somebody couldn't light a light over here and then quick run over there and then light it up.
no,
That kind of
no.
Okay. All right.
Even
Okay.
with as small a town as it appears to be, I mean, there are like animal pens and all sorts of other things in the town. So
Okay.
Right. Plenty of stuff to avoid in order to get over that far.
Yep.
Okay, so we see that stuff pop up. Is there any commotion that happens when these lights show up?
not that you can hear from where you're at.
Okay.
And then maybe 5 minutes after you see the second light blink on, you see a third right in front of the church. And then the light seems to dim and go out.
All right. Now this was when, like just before dawn, you said something like that?
Right in the midnight hour.
Gotcha. So has everyone else gone to sleep or is everybody still up?
Well, you're awake.
I know I'm up, but
I believe Eric said that Gunther was going to stay awake.
gotcha. Okay. So
Edward, I didn't really hear what you were going to do.
I'd probably go to sleep if other people were
Okay.
gonna stay awake.
Oh, I'm sleeping.
Yep, sleeping.
I would stay up for a while anyway and just do my trance.
Okay.
Early morning.
Okay. Yeah.
all right. So like you see that?
Yeah.
Does that kind of look like the light that they would described?
I don't know how else you would. I don't know how else would make that.
Shall we investigate?
We could take a look.
All right.
Yeah.
So just the three of you are going to head back into town?
I'm gonna boot Engelbert.
Okay.
Just let him know. Hey.
Flashy thing.
I'm fine. No,
Bad.
You
Bad
probably
halfling.
shouldn't have done that. I've read his manifesto. He seems pretty loosely hinged in the first place.
All halflings have a manifesto.
We saw some blue light. We're gonna go investigate.
Okay.
I
Yes.
just want to let you know in case
So I want you to know I've been studying our tactics, and I believe that based on what you've told me here, I think that we have a plan of going and getting his widow, bringing him in front of the church, burning her alive, and that will invoke the spirit to come, and then we can kill that one. Is that generally the plan of what we would do here?
We're going.
wow, where did that
I've
Yes.
been paying
I like that.
attention and taking notes. I'm pretty sure that this is the plan that you would come up with.
I have notes. I think we're going to workshop that a little bit.
Why? I love that plan.
I know you do, and
That's
because
awesome.
you're so enthusiastic about that, I really have to question it.
Become a bit of a student of halfling strategy.
Wow. You're welcome to come along as we investigate the weird blue lights. All
Okay, let's do that then. That sounds better.
right. We'll leave Vaco
I'm
just hanging out.
I'm too tired. Got no energy.
Had a busy day of riding on the car.
Hey, man. Potatoes only get you so far.
I've eaten nothing but potatoes and beans. It sucks.
But yeah, I'll wake up and give Vander there the opportunity if he wants to come along.
Sure.
But, hey.
Sure, I'm coming too.
Something's happening.
You didn't even share the turnips. You just gave them to the horse.
He didn't even know. Well, I don't want everybody to know.
Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, and then I'm thinking beeline to the church.
Yeah.
All right, your group arms itself. It takes about 10 minutes for you to get all your battle gear around and everything.
Hurry up, Gunther.
He is taking the longest.
Yeah, only guy in armor.
Look, I have metal plates to stop hate.
Metal plate stop 8. Nice.
I like it.
Get that on a shirt.
Are you wearing a
somebody
helmet?
also
Metal
already did
plates
that.
to stop hate.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, then you can catch up. And yeah, we're those of us who are ready are going to go.
All right.
Yeah,
Time is of the essence.
You make your way down into the
My
town.
tank has hugest treads.
Are you attempting to be stealthy or anything, or are you just like
Not overly, no.
busting your way into the village? Shoot anything that moves.
This isn't Nom. There are rules.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about being crazy stealthy, but I mean, I'm not going to be jingling my keys all the way down.
Okay. All right, you make your way down into the village and through the completely quiet streets until you hear just a loud, blood-curdling shriek.
Coming from?
The area right in front of the church.
Perfect.
Aha.
And yes, go there.
Another victim.
All right. Thump, 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 thump.
I mean, I believe it sounds more like a Stewie. More of a Stewie run when I'm going.
Pitter, pitter,
Yeah.
pitter, pitter, pitter. All right, you make your way to the small square in front of the church,
Okay.
and you find a older lady kind of crumpled on the ground in front of the church with rivulets of blood
Human?
running down her back.
Familiar?
Oh, well, it don't really matter. Just like, somebody throw some garbage. Anything else? I mean, like, anything fleeing, running away, just in the middle of the road.
You could swear that out of the corner of your eye you saw a blue glowing humanoid disappear off into the distance.
Which distance?
Like at an angle up. So like disappearing into the horizon kind of
Oh.
deal.
Oh, wacky.
Old lady stabbed, fallen.
It
Dismembered.
appears as if somebody has taken multiple blades and just raked them down her back. Kinky.
We don't
forgot.
recognize this woman, do we? From earlier?
No, this is
Okay.
not the sister mother.
Some other mother.
Well, I don't want to be blamed for this, so I am taking off.
Well then,
If I'm first on scene and nobody's there yet, I'm out of here. Nobody here knows me. Nobody here knows any of us.
You do hear people in the surrounding area kind of like throwing open the shutters and kind of peeking out the windows at you.
Now I go into stealth mode and get out of there.
What that little kid do to her?
And you like even with the several feet of distance between like the nearest window, you can hear it like slam back closed and the bolt be thrown behind it.
Oh, well, maybe it's not so big a deal. Maybe now I can, maybe now they'll just be afraid of me anyway, so that works. I go, oh, all right, it's okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. Anybody have like a heal or can give us some more information as to how this? I'm assuming I'll kick her a little bit. She dead?
No, she is not dead. She groans as you kick her.
My bad. So, whoops. Anybody know?
Kick her right in the face. Bam! Oh, my eye!
Flashy thing.
Stop it! Stop!
Bad.
You get back now.
She's obviously dead, right, guys? Boot.
Close enough.
I'm gonna reach down and cast cure wounds on her.
Okay, you see the wounds on her back underneath her torn clothing kind of mend closed
right.
with the divine blessing of the Creator.
Anybody have some kind of investigational or whatever thing that can maybe determine what caused the wound?
I'm gonna ask her what happened.
I was going to start testing different weapons and see what kind of marks they made.
All right.
This doesn't match.
I'm going to go
This doesn't
For
match.
science.
get all
Please tell
CSI
me
forensics
which one
on her.
it is.
All right, you managed to rouse her from her half unconscious state, and she's thank goodness, thank you for helping me, sir.
You're welcome.
Help.
Can you tell me what happened? Why are you out so late?
I was coming back. I'm the midwife, and I was coming back from another resident's house when I was attacked. I swear it was the ghost of my husband.
Oh,
We do have to burn.
are you?
Jesus.
She's already in position.
Stabby, stabby.
Right place, right time. lady.
I'll go get some wood from that tree we hitched our wagon to.
Why is that halfling over there lighting a torch and piling wood on?
No reason.
Are you Meredith Johnson?
Well, yes, I am. And who are you, young sir?
My name is Adelbert Harrison. I've come to investigate the problems concerning your former husband.
Yes, somebody said that there were strangers on the hill outside of town.
Well, yes, I suppose that's us.
Don't get no stranger.
That being said, I was kind of curious as if you might be able to tell us about the incident involving your husband and what took place.
Oh, I was, like I said, I was just coming back home from visiting young Mary, who's expecting in a few months, you know. And I came into the square here right in front of the church, and I stopped to offer my blessings to the Creator. And, well, I swear I could feel the presence of my husband behind me, and all of a sudden just pain in my back. And I was knocked to the ground, and then I heard the pitter-pattering of little feet.
Yep.
And I swear I could see my husband floating off into the middle distance.
I see. Was your husband, I take it that you are a true believer in the God of man, as it is that you are here.
The most devout believer you've ever met, don't you know?
A good woman you are. And your husband, would you say that he was devout in any way?
Are you asking if he was worshiping the pagan gods?
Well, yes.
You know, there was a time where he believed in the old gods, yes, but he was a believer in the Creator, much like me.
I see. And the events that led to his death, could you tell us what exactly happened, and why perhaps they may have happened?
Oh, the Tapper brothers. They always had it out for my Johnson. I was waiting for it. So I thought I'd give it a pause there for everybody to snicker.
Thank you.
Pregnant pause?
Not anymore. She's a midwife. So
All right.
she's like, yes, they always had it out for my Johnson. They waylaid us once on the way back to our house from just another situation, just like this. They waylaid us in the middle of the road, and they beat him. They beat him savagely and tied me up and forced me to watch. And then they lit him on fire right in the middle of the road like a bunch of savages.
I see. And what exactly was their problem with you? Was this an ongoing problem, or was this a sudden event that happened spontaneously?
Oh, they'd been bothering us for years.
said that we practice the old ways because I use herbs and such to help the young ladies when they're, well, with child and don't necessarily need to be with child, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no!
Oh, man.
That's it. Burner.
Ow, we just hurt Beth. I can see her pain from over here.
That's why my microphone is turned way down.
Not far enough, because my ears are bleeding.
I can barely hear it. So, I mean, it must be just you.
I see. These fine gentlemen, are they still about?
Oh, the Tapper brothers. No, they left shortly after the church was done. Said they were going back to Graham's hold to become true men of the cloth.
I see. Your husband, his ghost.
They did visit recently, though, don't you know?
Did they?
Came back to see old family members, they said.
I see.
All three of them.
Uh-huh. And if I wanted to mail these folks a letter, where would that?
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't know that.
Smooth as butter.
What family do they have here still?
Oh, there are still Tappers in the area, of course.
Well, sure, but you said all three. So obviously there's
No,
Three.
brothers.
Oh, the three brothers?
The three brothers came back to see their sister.
Oh, did we know there were three? I thought there was like two. Or were they always just referred to as Tapper brothers?
Yeah, there's three.
There's three? Okay. I had two in my head. No problem.
Okay.
All right, I got you. I kick her again.
You need to take notes, Chris.
No, I don't. I kick her again just to make sure you alive?
Just checking.
I need to make sure you're all right.
Kick.
Bam.
These are sideways chest percussions.
Oh, do you have any more questions, dear? Otherwise, I think I'm going to be heading back to my house.
I don't think so at this time. I appreciate your patience with this.
Hey, has
were
anyone been attacked in their home?
Where were you doing your wares? You said you were just coming from midwifing somewhere.
On the other side of town.
Okay, what part of midwifing were you doing? Were you doing the midwifing with because somebody wants a child or somebody they don't?
Oh, you're confused. No, I was just checking up. Just her young boy came and fetched me. She said she was going into labor. It was false. She still has 2 months to go before the wee Bonnie will come out.
Gross. Man, humans reproduce so gross. Ugh.
I heard that you halflings lay clutches of eggs in the sand.
Yeah. It's way more sanitary and not so sticky. Ugh. Humans are gross.
Unless you fry them up first.
Pop out of the eggs, just covered in mucus from head to toe.
Sand cleans them off.
Worst moment. The worst moment of my life. Because I have
Keeping sand.
perfect memory of all of my
Halfling
my
marble.
entire life. Perfect
But
recall.
only that.
Yeah, perfect recall of me. That's it.
It's a protective coating so that when the elves are trying to catch them,
It tastes like bitter apple,
we're
like
all-
a spray for a dog.
Also born with very long tails that break off. So when the dark elves go after them, then the tail breaks off and you can get away.
And they consume the tail.
Yeah,
right?
it's full of protein
It's a win-win.
and acid.
It gives them terrible indigestion.
My vengeance.
Tastes like lemons.
All right, back to what we were doing.
All right, so we're gonna let her just wander
yeah.
away. All right, I'm gonna make note of where she goes so I can make sure that which house would burn down.
Yep.
But all right,
She bustles down the street and goes into one of the houses on the left.
okay. Did you said we were close? We're like right in the courtyard of the.
Yep.
We're in close to the
Right
the
outside
church?
the church.
Does the proprietor of the church show up?
Actually, as you're standing there, you hear an unbolting of the doors in the front of the church, and they open up, and out comes a man holding a lantern high.
There you go, buddy. I'll bet you that's his holy symbol. Might fetch a pretty penny.
I'm looking for one good man.
The bones say there must be 13 warriors.
Hello, if the bones say.
Brother Donovan, I presume.
he looks very confused for a second, and he's like dawning realization comes out. It's like, oh, you must be the gentleman from outside of town. I'll deal with you next time on Are You Wearing a Helmet?
Hey, this guy, he's in on it.
Fourth wall break.
Hey, look at you hit the post.
I've been your DM, Keith Allen, and I'm joined by players.
Again.
Chris.
Rob.
Eric.
And Rick. Add the
And-
extra syllable there.
Yeah.
And Rick.
Getting
I like it.
A fighter.
And Rick. And Fighter.
And as always, a huge shout out to our sound producer, Bob Hernandez,
Yay!
for some reason puts up with us and thinks we're funny.
No.
One of those things.
There's a hand wobble in there,
Yep.
got it.
Yep, half right.
Got the
And
first part.
also another shout out to Excelsior Games and Comics at ExcelsiorGNC.com on the internet.
On the internet.
And they put up with us here, actually in person. And
Can't
allow us
seem to
to,
get rid of you.
you know, it's like having ants.
Yeah,
Once you see one, there's like 20 of them.
that's right.
All right. We'll catch you next time on Are You Wearing a Helmet?